All right, guys, we're at a performance shop. Look at all these GTRs. They got Lamborghini there. This is PPC, and they specialize in making cars go crazy fast. They've got a lot of stuff in here. Today we got Cody. Thank you so much for meeting up with me.
Yeah, no problem.
And you're the shop owner?
Yeah, me and Brad. We're business partners.
This is amazing. My goodness, you've got a lot going on in here. This one's like tore down. How long have you owned the shop?
It's been 10 years actually.
Oh, 10 years,
this
really?
Spring, yeah.
It's kind of rare to see performance shops anymore.
Yeah, we've done pretty good. We started out with the Evos and SRT4 stuff, and then 5-6 years ago kind of got into the GTRs, and then now really 95% of what we do is GTR stuff.
That's sweet.
Couple Lambos, R8s.
Do you enjoy working on the GTRs?
Yeah, they're really nice to work on.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
they're
cool.
put together really well. Once you get them figured out, they're not a bad car to deal with.
What'd you do before, like, you started your own shop?
I was a diesel mechanic.
Oh, you did?
So yeah,
Okay.
big over-the-road truck stuff. It wasn't bad, but it's definitely way dirtier.
Yeah.
These are a lot cleaner to work on.
I would imagine. So it looks like you have a couple of Milwaukee.
Yeah, these are my
boxes
two
here.
main toolboxes that I use.
How long have you had these?
This one and the smaller one about 5-6 years, and the other one a couple years.
Okay.
I kind of grew out of the two and then ended up needing another one and found a deal. So
Oh, there you go.
it's like, might as well.
So what do you keep up top here? Looks like mostly batteries and stuff?
Yeah, just all my charging stuff and all the random stuff I don't have room for.
Oh, yeah. Looks like you're a Milwaukee guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like Snap-on some of their stuff.
Oh, you
Like,
got,
I like
you
all
got
their
some stuff.
small stuff.
Yeah.
I never got into their big 18-volt stuff.
Gotcha.
It's just so expensive, and the Milwaukee stuff has always been so good. So these are small though, and I like them better than the small Milwaukee stuff, just because the batteries are so fat on some of the M12s.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't really fit.
I do like the rocker trigger.
Yeah, they are. It is nice. And if you do, like, I've broke one. I ran one over and broke it in half.
Oh, geez.
And it was like $130. They just gave me a new one under repair. Yeah.
That's
so it's
sweet.
like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have a bunch of the other
you do.
half-inch and 3H drive stuff from Milwaukee. All their M18 stuff.
Gotcha. So you'd rather use the Milwaukee?
In the M18, I definitely like the Milwaukee
Yeah.
stuff more. Two big drawers are all my wrenches and all my 3/8 stuff.
Okay.
Man. 99% of what I have is metric.
When you sent me pictures of like the Milwaukee box, I don't know, I didn't expect to see like all like Snap-on.
I mean, it's like, yeah, 15 years of buying tools.
Yeah.
Really like 10 solid of Snap. That's the bad thing, is the only guy I had for 10 years was a Snap-on guy. That was the only reliable person. This area is kind of like a dead zone for tool truck people.
Oh, is it?
He retired, and now we've had 2 franchise trucks since then, which weren't bad, but it's not like having a normal tool guy. So.
Gotcha. Is there a reason you never like upgraded? I'm not gonna say like hate on these Milwaukee boxes, because for what they are, they're
I just
awesome.
couldn't ever justify spending that amount of money. It's like the price of a car for a toolbox. And then these, I mean, they get beat up.
Yeah.
And with these, I don't have to be super careful, and I'm not going to get mad if they get crashed into or somebody drops something against it or whatever.
Got some of the foam here.
Yeah, I wish it sucks that they won't sell the foam separate, and they only do it in certain kits too. Like, I have my SAE wrench, but because it's that kit, they didn't have it in foam.
Oh,
So
gotcha,
I'm like,
yeah. I don't see this set very often, this long.
yeah, no, and we took, because I do take my tools in the pack outs when we go out of town.
Okay.
And I don't know how it got lost or melted. My Snap-on guy was like, he just warrantied out the thing and sent back just the wrenches. He's like, we can't order you just that. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, I can't find something else to fit those. So
These are ratcheting. I didn't even notice.
yeah, all the ratcheting, all my small ratcheting ones and these.
Yeah.
There's all the rest of the small ones and all the crescent wrenches.
Oh, these are like the flank drive.
Yeah, I
are
love those
sweet.
things. They work good.
Yeah.
And then all
Holy
your
cow, you got a lot
electrical
going on
stuff.
in there.
Yeah.
So do you do much like diagnostic on?
The thing is, I don't really need a scanner because we use a program called Ecutech for these, and it does everything you need.
Is that like the OEM software?
No, it's someone aftermarket. They're actually from the UK. It plugs in OBD2. You can get on your phone. You can check all the codes. You can reprogram stuff. You can do everything you need.
Really? Huh.
So it's like, that's why I've never bought another scanner, especially since we specialize in just these cars.
Gotcha. Yeah.
There's
got
my
some
air tools. I use the air hammers a lot. Those I haven't used in forever. I've kept them, but the air hammers we use a ton.
Does that snap-on hit pretty? You got 2 snap-on.
Yeah,
right?
I actually bought one, used it, got a good deal, and I bought that one brand new.
Nice.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah. So is it just you here, or do you have like people that help you out and wrench
Yeah,
and stuff?
we have one other mechanic
you do?
that does a
Okay.
lot of the in and out transmission, in and out motor stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
He's doing this car right now. So.
Oh, is he? Okay, right on. Yeah, it'd be like, what is like the traffic through here? Do you get a lot of cars per week, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, we try to, it's like 50-50, longer builds or small stuff.
Oh, okay.
We just did a car yesterday. They drove down from Idaho. We did all the fluids on it, everything, like the 30K service, spark plugs, serpentine belt, all the fluids. They drove it back to Idaho.
Yeah. So you get a lot of cars from.
We
like,
even
out
do
of
stuff
state?
for the dealer because
Oh, you do.
the transmission, they don't do anything on it. They can only change the fluid or change the whole transmission.
Huh.
So if it had like back and when they were early in the state of these cars that have a leaky seal, they'd warranty out the whole transmission.
Wow.
Yeah, you're like, they don't do anything with them. So if it needs something or sensor, they're getting old enough now, some of the sensors are starting to fail and stuff, and they don't deal with any of it. So they're like, oh yeah, $18,000 trans. It's like, we can fix the sensors and do all that for $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah. So I guess you get a lot of people from out of state coming in to.
Yeah, mostly the West Coast. We're probably the biggest GTR shop as far as volume on the West Coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 Idaho cars here, Washington, California. That car's from here, that one's from California, one from New Mexico out in the parking lot, and a couple others from out of state. So,
Jeez. Are any of these like record-setting cars?
yeah, the silver one over there, that car's the fastest GTR in California.
No way.
He just went 7.3 at almost 200 miles an hour in Texas at TX2K. We put that car together the first time it ran was in Texas. My business partner drove it.
Okay.
It went 750 first pass, never been launched. We dynoed it, did a couple burnouts. He first pass went 760 and then 750. Did like 18 passes total in Texas, no issues, it's good.
And I see a Lamborghini. Do you do many Lamborghinis?
We haven't gotten into that yet, but that seems to be the evolution of everybody doing GTR stuff is all the owners want something nicer than the GTR and the only thing is that. And they aren't bad. I mean, so many companies make parts for them now. It's like they've kind of moved away from these and started to get, all the companies that make parts are making Lambo stuff now.
Gotcha.
Turbo kits and all that.
That's the thing I was wondering about, like part scarcity and stuff. But
Not for those, maybe OEM stuff, like getting it from the dealer.
Oh, okay.
But as far as aftermarket, there's a ton of aftermarket stuff.
And you mentioned getting dynoed and stuff. Do you have a dyno in-house?
No, we didn't. We almost put one up there when we first moved in, but it just takes up so much room.
Oh,
it's like
gotcha, yeah.
it'd take up the spot where we could stick 4 cars.
Yeah.
And we don't dyno stuff a ton. You know, anything stock motor, we don't usually ever dyno unless it's getting pushed over 800 horsepower.
Oh, gotcha.
So 1 car a month, 2 car a month get dynoed. A lot of street tuning. Camera and thermal camera, that thing's cool. You can see relays and like when relays are getting hot or a wire's getting hot or shorted out or that thing's came in handy a few times.
Right on. And the bore scope? Is
Yeah,
that
the
pretty
bore scope
clear?
snap on
Like
one. Yeah, actually nice because it'll change from the front to the side and the
Okay.
light can be brightened and everything. So
Nice. Does it record? Like.
it'll take pictures and record, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's not bad. The only thing I don't like is it takes batteries, so it's like
Oh,
you're
really?
6 AA's. So and it's like you really couldn't make it rechargeable. And there's all the hammer drawer.
Yeah. Right on. Got some of the dead blows.
Here, all the pliers, all our random stuff.
Oh, look at that.
Coilover tools. Yeah, the little tiny
set.
ones.
That's cool. You got like the big long
Those are
set,
nice. The
too.
super long ones, those are nice.
That's. I don't think I've seen this set before. Like, I don't think I've seen either of these sets. Like,
There's all the Torx and all the Allens. We use those a ton.
do you?
Yeah, the GTRs use a ton of small Allens
Really?
for everything.
Man, those screwdrivers have seen some.
Yeah, some of
use.
these are pretty old. That's why one thing I was talking about the other day is I'm like, the only reason I like a deeper box is because the screwdriver organizers take up so much room. It's like, I still have them all, but
Yeah.
they just take up so much room.
Nice. So it looks like you have a couple different brands. Of,
Yeah,
like,
just
screwdrivers.
kinda-
Do you have a preference of like?
I like the snap-on ones.
Yeah.
They've been good. I usually don't break them unless I'm doing something stupid with them.
Nice.
And then got all the little picks and stuff and all your little random ones.
You got a bunch of those like the give free.
Yeah, the ones that you don't
That's
care
the only
about.
thing I ever get that they give away. Those are sweet.
Random pliers and all your hose pliers. We use those a lot.
Cool.
The GTRs love the coolant. Never stops leaking when you start pulling stuff apart. All their lug nut stuff.
You got all the wheel lock keys over there. Goodness.
Some more of my random Allen stuff that we use, and those are the weird sockets you got to use for the. I tried to get them from the Snap-on guy, but they were all special order. And
Huh. Are those like triple squares?
yeah,
Okay.
they are for all the Audi, Volkswagen stuff.
Oh, okay.
And all your pry tools and all your hose tools.
Yeah.
There's my quarter drive drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Use that a lot.
You got like the
This thing's
foam
cool.
stuff.
This thing's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's super shallow. That thing's nice. It's been a lifesaver in some random
that's
spots.
sweet, yeah.
The little wobblies, those definitely come in handy.
Man, these foams are just...
They are. I like them.
Goodness.
They really need to come out with some replacement
Yeah.
ones.
And these ratchets, goodness. Looks like you got a bunch of different... Do you have like a go-to ratchet that you typically reach for?
These get used the most, I think, out of all of them.
Really?
The wobbly ones, yeah.
That's awesome.
That one's pretty cool. It goes to 3/8, but it's small.
Oh, that's sweet. Like small profile,
Yeah.
but 3/8.
The wobblies are... I've lost a few, bought them, and then found them, so I got extras. But it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially 10 millimeter.
That's good to have a backup.
And that's the 3/8 one, so yeah, I
Oh,
have
yeah.
about every extension you can do.
Yeah.
The wobbly ones, I love those. Those things have been used a ton.
Nice.
The locking long ones are nice, though.
Oh, yeah, locking for sure.
For those, especially for some of the exhaust bolts that are way up there.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
nice to have.
Right on. And you got more ratchets in here, too.
Yeah, got all the, I think I got one Matco one or something random
Okay.
that I've had forever, and then
Yeah.
I love these ones. That's what one, actually, they're doing a giveaway through Snap on that Travis Pastrana giveaway thing,
Yeah.
and I actually won that.
No way.
So it wasn't bad. I was like, I'll use it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you used it yet?
Yeah, a bunch actually, more
That's
than I thought it
cool.
would. So
Right on. Oh, look at that.
yeah, the super shallow.
What?
I don't use them a ton, but they're nice when you need them.
That's sweet.
Or when everything else is gone, you use those last. When everything else is getting used. Half-inch drive drawer. We don't use a ton of half-inch stuff here and
Okay.
there, so
Yeah.
probably my least amount of stuff is half-inch.
Gotcha.
There's my SAE wrench drawer and
Nice.
crescent wrench stuff. There's all the boost leak testers and special stuff we've made for
I guess you gotta do a
fitting
lot
cars. Yeah, that's the thing. Boost leak test, compression leak down. Got a lot of special stuff we've made.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is just that's the combustion tester.
Okay.
Got a Matco leak down
leak
tester.
Cool.
And that's actually what we use for a boost leak tester. You hook that to here, and then you can slowly, instead of just hooking it up to the compressor, you can choose how much you want.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually a good trick. I learned a long time ago.
Huh.
And then yeah, Matco compression tester.
Oh, nice.
Works pretty good.
That's pretty sweet.
I've noticed the Harbor Freight ones of those do not work.
Really?
Either. I use the Harbor Freight leak down tester for
Yeah.
just boost leak testing.
Oh, okay.
I have done compression tests with the Harbor Freight one a long time ago, and they do not work. They're off every time.
Really?
And I still got a few empty drawers here. That's the problem with having no Snap-on guy for the last year or so.
Yeah.
It's been like,
Oh, that's
finally
a nice
got,
set.
these actually are really nice. I bought the SAE and the metric
yeah.
ones. I use those a ton. They're a little long, but I still like them.
And then your cart.
Got all the, carts, all Snap-on 3/8 stuff.
Nice. Oh, man, you got the long neck there.
Long quarter drive and yeah, 2 3/8 ones. We
Nice.
use those a ton.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So does this stuff typically just stay here all the
Yeah,
time?
that's all the random stuff.
Yeah.
Bunch of 10 mil sockets and 11s and stuff. We just kind of leave all our random stuff. Big axle nut sockets.
Nice. I like this foam set. That's
This
pretty
one actually,
sweet.
this is my mechanics. He actually just got this a couple weeks ago. This
Oh,
is brand new. So
Nice.
some more screwdrivers down on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a big set, huh?
He'll never get. He broke a couple of these, and since they're a limited edition color, you can't get that same color.
Really?
So if something happens to the handle, you can't get a
Oh, my
replacement.
gosh.
I was like, yeah, that's a cool color, but if you can't replace it, it's like now you're gonna have an orange one in there.
Yeah.
It's like, then I do have this small cart over here.
Okay.
There's all my pack outs that. Those things
Oh,
are nice.
geez,
I just
yeah.
bought these two before we went to Texas because those were not enough. So I'm like, well, let's add 2 more to it. We'd stick it in the front of the trailer
Okay.
and just strap it in and leave everything in there. It was nice this year, having enough room for all the tools because it gets to be a mess when you're at the track trying to keep everything
Oh, I
organized.
bet, yeah.
And this is kind of our drivetrain transmission area.
Man, I love that.
We
Look
do
how
a
much
ton of-
area.
We do a ton of the billet front differentials for the GTRs. So we use a billet housing. And then we can put all the stock internals in them or add a billet ring and pinion and a wave track in it.
Wow.
Just depending on the car and the horsepower. But problem is these bolt to the engine down on the side. And if this fails and it breaks, and then back when these cars were first starting to really high horsepower, they'd break the block.
Oh, geez.
So then now, not only do you need a differential, you got to fix the block, or you need a whole new block.
Huh.
We do a ton of those.
Whoa, this is a huge car.
It actually is. I actually got it on sale.
Cow.
I think it was missing a handle or piece of hardware at Home Depot, and they had it like $200 off. I was like,
No
might as well.
way.
And then the
goodness.
bottom drawer slides out, which is kind of weird, but
That's sweet. Look at that. Oh, man.
yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
Goodness. Like, it's hard to tell on video, but like, yeah, this is like huge. Got a couple of foam set. Man, you have another 1/4 inch?
This is SAE.
Oh, this is
I think
SAE,
they
okay.
had a deal where it was, you got both sets of the ratchets, these, and both sets of sockets. So I was like, it was a screaming deal. So I was like, might as well.
Yeah. And are these like just cubby, like holders?
Yeah, random cubbies.
Huh.
And then they have a spot where you can stand stuff up. But yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Lots of torque stuff. I love these. These are one of my favorites. The seal pick tool for pulling out seals. They're all smooth like a spoon.
Uh-huh.
I love those things.
Nice.
Some of the these were the 100th anniversary ratchets they had.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll keep these over here where they get used less.
Man. So you got the whole hammer set down
Yeah,
there?
all the hammers, the dead blows,
blow.
scrapers.
Right on. I love how that drawer comes out though.
Yeah, it's actually nice.
That is
Plenty of
sweet.
room. And it actually has a power. It's all power on the side
Oh,
too,
no
so
way.
it's not bad.
Yeah. I see like a foam set back there.
Yeah, I think that's one of the random ones that I kept for a spare.
Yeah.
I learned not to throw them away. I threw one of my ones away from my pry bars years ago.
Really?
And then I was like, oh, I need it. And then I tried to find one. I literally searched all over. I find it used. I used one on eBay finally.
Yeah, even used, like they're expensive.
Yeah, no, it was
Just
like
for,
50
foam.
bucks. But
For
I'm like, it's
foam.
worth it because at least I can stack everything in there.
Oh,
now.
gotcha.
I was like, it's worth it.
I love this whole area though. Like,
Yeah,
has
we
so much
definitely
room for teardown and stuff.
need to do a little bit of organizing, but
Are these just like spare parts? Or?
yeah, there's a bunch of spare engines and stuff. This is some of our leftover Mitsubishi stuff that we need to get rid of.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
we had one car we were finishing, so press for doing all the differential stuff. I use that thing a ton. And I actually have one more toolbox over here that's all my fabrication type stuff.
Okay.
And then this is my very first one I actually bought from the Mac guy. Used just all our spare random stuff, wrenches to cut up when we need to make something.
Oh,
or
nice.
random sockets, just everything I've kept
Yeah.
in case we need something.
That's sweet.
Need to weld something.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I've welded dies to the tops of sockets and stuff for
Awesome.
special bolts and nuts we got to do. Yeah, this one. This one has all the riv nut stuff in it. We use these a ton. All the custom stuff we do, yeah, we do a ton of the rib nuts. And all your tap and die and special stuff.
Holy crap, that's a huge tap and
Yeah, a lot of pipe.
Jeez.
Actually, I have a couple other big special ones that are for like size hose.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, we do some dash 20 and dash 16 stuff, which is big, and sometimes when you weld them, you got to tap them. They'll warp
gotcha.
a little bit.
That
But
makes sense.
all
Holy
your random
crap.
drill bits and hole saws.
It's just like dump like 10 cents.
years of just, oh, there's so many left, throw it in
Yeah.
the drawer. All your vice grips and cutters.
Nice.
There's all our grinders and all the stuff.
Nice. Is that a right angle drill?
It is actually, yeah.
That's sweet.
It actually works pretty good.
Huh.
And for doing the rib nut stuff, when you're in a tight spot, then
Oh,
you can
sure.
drill the hole, and then you can use the right angled rib nut gun, and you can get
Nice.
in spots that are way easier.
Huh.
All our files,
Files.
C-clamps, and rivet stuff. We don't do a ton of rivets.
Gotcha.
We usually rib nut stuff and then bolt it.
Okay. Nice.
So this stuff just has all our flap discs and it's kind of wire wheels and stuff like that in it.
Oh, that's
So
nice. Organized.
don't know where I found it, but yeah, it works super good. So
You know, I didn't notice you had the second rib nut. So is this just like a smaller, to get in smaller areas?
yeah, this is just a 90-degree one, and this one's the bigger one.
Oh, okay.
Doing some of the M8 stuff with this is hard. You got to squeeze it. If you can get this in there, it is easier.
Gotcha.
And then when you undo it, it'll unthread itself.
nice.
So it's not bad.
Yeah.
I got the couple over there that have all our and hose stuff in them. We can check those out.
Okay.
Those are actually brand new. Actually spent a couple months trying to find just one of these boxes and ended up having to buy it used.
Really?
They discontinued the Husky one. I don't know why Home Depot did, but
Huh.
I wanted something with a big drawer up top. so I could put all the AN hose stuff in it.
Whoa, that's sweet.
And then all the,
Yeah, oh man, you got like...
yeah, all the, they have the crescent wrenches that are all
That's
aluminum
cool.
to try to stop from scratching everything.
Yeah.
The hose cutters, we don't use those a ton. We usually
yeah.
cut everything. And this actually is a special crimper. Thing's pretty expensive.
What is that for?
It crimps the hoses. Let's see. The super high pressure stuff. It crimps the end on. Some of the, like that GTR back when it was running, well, and the silver one, they run mechanical fuel pump. So we'll set the base fuel pressure at, that car we had at 110 PSI of base, and then at 60 pounds of boost, you'd be at 170 PSI of fuel pressure. So, and methanol on top of that, all that, we got to run all the XRP crimped line stuff on everything. We've ran normal Vibrant stuff and like normal Summit hose, but after 150 PSI, you're just like, it's kind of sketchy. So yeah, a lot of these cars will use all the crimped hose stuff. It's super expensive though.
Is it?
I think this number 20 hose, if I have any. Yeah, this 20 hose is $13 an inch.
An inch?
An inch.
Holy crap.
And that doesn't include, that's just the hose. That's not the fittings, or you got to buy the collar and the fitting and everything.
Holy cow. What do you use that size for?
Catch can stuff usually. It's all just our used hose stuff.
Man, it must be so nice to be able to have this in-house where you don't have to wait.
That's the one thing is, and then a couple of the cars are getting dry sumps now, and sometimes they'll send them with lines, but a lot of people don't like them because they're the braided stuff like this.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to make our own lines for that. And it actually uses an even different hose that, because it has so much vacuum, they have a wire collar in it to stop it from collapsing.
Oh, nice.
So, but yeah, usually crimp down to 6,000 PSI on the gauge, and it smashes that collar on there. Uses special dies and collars for everything. Super low profile, so you can do like 180 and 120 fittings and all that. We had a different crimper. I needed to do a 180 fitting and it wouldn't clear the other die, so we actually sold that one and bought this one. But, and there's a couple other brands, but they have all their own special dies and fittings for everything.
Oh, gotcha.
Because when you crimp it, you actually have to measure it with the calipers. They have a set crimp size and plus or minus 5,000. So.
Oh, no way.
That's pretty technical. Once you get it all figured out, it's pretty easy. Yeah, you can take a look at this silver car back here and you can see some of the stuff.
So did you do most of the work on this car?
Yeah, all the titanium stuff I did. These came with the turbo kit, but all this piping and all that I did. And then we build all the fuel lines. These we buy pre-made, all the numbers 4 small stuff. We do these custom inlets for the front. He runs no air filter, just a velocity stack straight to the turbo. And then it runs, we did all the alpha locks. This is actually a Porsche Bosch throttle body.
Oh, really?
We do those, they're brushless, so they work a lot better than the OEM ones. And then we convert it to an alpha lock. It's a special, they come off pretty easy. So you can just pop it off like that. They are kind of hard to use in some places, but in certain spots they are nice. And you don't have to worry about a coupler blowing off. This car, we barely just finally got rid of AC and power steering. It still has alternator, but that car makes probably 2,200 right now. And then it has AC, power steering, everything.
Jeez.
So
how much did this one make?
That car probably makes about the same as this. He was on full methanol, so it's making probably 20, it's smaller turbos, 2250. And this thing's probably making pretty close to that. Oh, but his car is heavier. You got all the extra AC lines you have running through everything, the extra power steering stuff and the reservoir. Yeah, it runs 12 injectors, so it's got the 6 down below in the heads and then 6 up in the manifold.
So to weld titanium, do you have to have like special...
no, I mean, we just use I have a Miller TIG, and then it's just argon. You use a lot of argon. You have to have special cups, a trailing cup, back purge the inside. It's just a lot more cleaning. So
does this have the same like?
Yeah, this has the same throttle bodies. We ran stock ones on that car up until a little over 2,000 horsepower, and then finally started running into issues where there's so much vibration and harmonics that it would start to close. And there's so much boost it'll slam them shut.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, these things sound like they'll snap your finger off when they're open and closing. They're crazy, And you can check out the trunk setup in this one. These cars both have fuel cells in them. Some cars will run a stock tank, but at some point we switch them to a fuel cell. and then a 5-gallon catch can.
Goodness.
We buy the fuel cell, I just modify it, and then this we make full in-house.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Man, you guys have like a slew of like parts all.
Yeah, all this
all the
stuff's
way
kind of
around.
customer stuff per
Okay.
car. We keep organized. And then a lot of spare stuff, and then that's all our spare stuff over there reorganized. So
Man, that's so cool. Well, Cody, I really do appreciate you taking the time out to show me all your,
yeah, no, for
your
sure.
tools and your shop. You have a fantastic deal going on here. Like this is, I would have to imagine that it's hard to get somebody with a GTR to trust you with their cars. And
Yeah, I mean, we've been around long enough, and from a lot of people know my business partner Brad from that car. So
gotcha. Well, if you guys have any toolboxes you'd like to share or have featured on the channel, let me know. But till the next one, we'll see you.